Hello, YouTube family.
Hi.
I'm back. Where was I yesterday? Stuck in an airport in Atlanta, in Orlando, because of all of these storms.
Yes.
18 hours of. They kept canceling my flights. I couldn't get home. I was like Dorothy.
Right.
I said, I want to go home.
I just want to go home.
I just want to go home. So when I finally did arrive, it was just too late, and I needed to lay down.
Yes,
because that's how aggravated I was. But we're back. I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture. This is Latoya Charleston, Chocolate Divinity. I need my hug. So come on. It's not cute not knowing, and now we're going to know.
Yes,
I missed you guys. I'll have to throw in an extra report one day this week. Lizzo, her trainer is defending her, saying that she is not using Ozempic. But I can remember in the beginning, I think she did training and exercising and caloric intake.
Yes.
But in the beginning, she had a little jump start.
Yes.
To help. She's lost 16% of her body fat. She looks amazing.
Yes, she does.
She's doing weight training. She is putting in the work. But I'm telling y'all, the new thing is, don't admit you're using Ozempic, because the skinny people, they're using it.
Yeah, just stop this. It's okay. Everybody's hiding it. You don't need to hide it. We know. We see it.
But her trainer, Sean T.
All right, Sean.
You know, he's like on the attack. Everybody ain't on Ozempic.
She told us she was. Now, maybe once she got the trainer, baby,
yeah,
maybe she stopped at that point.
Maybe she stopped. It's not for everybody.
It's not.
It's not. Some people are like, it ain't work for me. It didn't.
I've seen that.
Yeah, we've seen it and talked to people. So, but we thought that was funny. Who's out here threatening Marvin Sapp?
Yeah.
The singer never would have made it. The best of me. The pastor.
I'm crying every time that song come on.
Oh my gosh. He went viral in a video that was shot maybe a couple years ago, a few months ago, where he said, shut them doors. We want to get this money. Shut the doors.
Said it's a sticker.
The workings of the church are interesting. That's why I say I ain't arguing with people. If you are not familiar with the church, you would never understand. He's giving people the biggest stick to beat him over the head with. So I don't know how he gets over this.
Yes.
And be taken seriously.
Because
of the money. In services, sometimes you have to shut the doors. I ain't say lock them, but you shut them because you're tithing and they're collecting offering. But this has put a mark. But that doesn't mean that people should go out here threatening him.
You should now stop this. This is a cackle. If you want to go ahead and not be a member of the church, okay, but don't be threatening the man, even though he tried to rob you.
He's been receiving death threats. I just think
that's too much.
He handled it wrong.
He did.
And do know that people tape everything.
Child.
You can't. People have a camera, and it was somebody that was mad. He making us give her $40.
He said, it's 1,000 people in here and there's 1,000 people online. I want everybody to give up $20.
Yeah. So
we need $40,000.
I think he went about it wrong. I do. But there's no need to send death threats to Marvin Sapp.
Please don't. And Potter's house, don't get no ideas. Please.
No. Well,
Sarah and TD, please.
The bishop has taken back. He admitted he had a massive heart attack last week, which means that multiple vessels were closed, and he is lucky.
Ooh, yes,
because a lot of people die from a massive heart attack. But people who don't understand tithing, they're never going to understand. Like, I knew that I could not respond, and it was funny because y'all kept saying, I know you want to say something. Somebody said, well, why the church need money anyway?
Now stop. We know we got to keep it moving. The lights got to get paid. The upkeep got to happen. It's always a building.
The church is a building. they're supposed to be about saving souls.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's a business.
Thank you.
And nowadays, most pastors, ministers, leaders, you better take a good course in business. Because to keep the doors open and the lights on, you got to know the business aspect.
Yes, you do.
You really do.
Yes, you do.
You got to, because it's a business.
At the end of the day.
It's a business.
I know people don't like to hear that, but it's the truth.
Toya, what's wrong with this light? I lost one of my lights,
trying
y'all.
to go on and off. Oh, there we go. It's back. We're going to be grateful.
In the trip from Florida, they kept delaying my flight.
That isn't like...
And then they canceled it.
And I'm one of those people, I don't like missing a flight. I don't like when they're like, well, it's overcrowded. Could you take one later? No, I cannot. I want to be on my flight.
I just wanted to be home. I wanted to be with y'all. But yesterday was, whew. Let's talk about Sean Kingston, the Jamaican singer and rapper. Back in 2007, he had a bop. It was called Beautiful Girl.
Yes.
He's 35 years old now, and he's going to jail. His mama is already in jail. Federal wire fraud involving jewelry and cars. They have been scamming people for a while. And then he wasn't doing right. This sounds like karma. He telling people, I'm going to pay you. Don't pay him. Well, he's got to come up with $200,000 by Thursday. It's got to put a $500,000 home up to secure the bail.
Hope you get it all.
He might be going to jail now because his sentencing isn't until July. He faces 20 years in jail. But this is the thing. His mama is already in jail right now.
Yeah, because she told him. And
he started crying. Take care of my mama. Take care of my mama. I be talking and now slipping to acting.
Sir.
Bad acting.
Your mama going to be okay.
She's 62. Don't nobody want to be in jail at 62.
Why you still on people money?
This is a very serious case, and his career is just... But back then, he was the biggest star.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
Greed. It's greed. It's greed. It's greed. And you don't treat people right, that karma is going to come back and hit you.
And it's just sad because clearly this boy was taught this from his own mother. And breaking cycles. Let's hope the cycle gets broken after this. I'll say that much.
Well, mama in jail. He gets sentenced in July. But if he doesn't come up with this money, he will be going to jail sooner. How come Kelly Clarkson is not on her own talk show? I didn't even know she was. Yeah, she's been missing several days, and it's always last minute. They're saying with her kids, she doesn't have a good work-life balance, and it's very overwhelming. Does this mean that she could leave the show or be relieved of some of her duties? The title of the show is The Kelly Clarkson Show. But they're saying she's feeling overwhelmed. She's no longer with her husband. I guess just trying to do things. She moved to New York.
Okay.
So either her support system isn't with her, but they say she is feeling overwhelmed. Meanwhile, talking of talk shows, Sherry Shepherd's show was great today because she did an April Fool's skit.
Did she?
And a big congrats to Tamron Hall. 1,000 episode that was a who's who, and it was really good. And Tam, now that I'm back, let's talk about Harlem Honey. Because I was supposed to interview her yesterday.
Oh, but you weren't here.
But I couldn't because I said, girl, I'm in the airport.
Yes, okay,
I can't interview nobody. So let's follow up.
Yeah, we need that.
I got a homework assignment for you guys. Number one on the call sheet is a new documentary directed by Reginald Hudson, produced by Jamie Foxx and Kevin Hart. It talks about the Black A-listers and their rise. Part one is for the men, part two is for the women.
Okay.
Wait until you see Eddie Murphy's part. He said that he's only had one audition in his life, and that was for Saturday Night Live.
Wow.
People just hired him on his sheer magnitude.
Beautiful.
Well, in the beginning of the talks of Malcolm X, he was approached to be in the movie. So he asked Sidney Poitier, the legendary late actor,
The one who does this for real.
Yeah, Sydney said, "You are not Denzel.
I know.
Don't even consider it." But they didn't want Eddie to play Malcolm X.
Okay.
They wanted him to play Alex Haley, who wrote the book, The Autobiography of Malcolm X.
Oh,
that's
okay.
right. So that's why he was going to play Alex Haley. But then Spike Lee became involved. He casted Denzel, and they wrote it for another book. So that's what happened. But I thought that was so funny because he said, "I didn't know how to take it." Was it an insult?
Because I get it.
Or was he protecting my feelings?
It's weird. I think it's a mixture of both because so many people can look at it like, oh, you just killed this man's dream. You never know. But on the other side of it, for people like, this is my craft. I've done it, and I know the seriousness that it takes to get there. And not serious. It's not to take. It's like, just make sure you're ready for this.
Well, it took him a few years, and he was ready.
Okay,
he was nominated for an Academy Award for Dreamgirls. He can,
Mr. Church.
He can do both.
Yes, he can.
But back then, people were like, "Man, you here to make us laugh."
And that's frustrating too when I'm bigger than that.
Yeah,
so,
but
he found his way.
But Malcolm X, we would have been sitting there like, "You know Malcolm X?" Yeah. Everyone would have been like, "Eddie, why are you in this movie?"
We don't need this. Come on, Jimmy Early coming a few years down the line.
But Sydney was shooting, straight shooter. You are not Denzel.
But I love that Eddie took it with grace as well, because these new stars today, child.
They keep talking about the bad box office. You know, damn, come movies out.
Like, what am I talking about?
It's a bunch of trash.
Yeah.
I sit there and be like, I'm gonna wait for it to come on streaming.
Child.
I'm gonna wait for cable.
No.
Tickle Toy. I ain't no damn cable.
I ain't got none of it. We're gonna find it on somebody's app somewhere.
Speaking of streaming, SZA, One of Them Days.
Yes.
It's streaming now on Netflix.
And that's when I did go to the movies to see, and it was very good. So get y'all life with it.
Well, now it's streaming. So check out One of Them Days, SZA, Keke Palmer, streaming now on Netflix.
I am going to see that Michael B. Jordan scary movie.
You can see it because I don't like horror movies.
I'm taking my mama. Mama, get ready. We going out, girl.
I screamed, right?
You did.
And Tori said, "What are you looking at?"
What is this? I said, "Oh, now I really want to see it."
I said Michael B. Jordan's movie, and I'm sitting here scared. Yes. So y'all can tell me. I'm going to tell y'all when it hits theaters Easter weekend.
Yes.
But y'all can tell me.
We're going to tell you.
Because I don't like horror movies. I can't.
I'm going to watch it at noon, though, because, you got to have the day go by. I got to watch some cartoons, so I can't go to bed with that on my mind.
Yeah, but Sinners opens in theaters, and it looks very intense, very bloody. I'm sure a lot of people are going to like it. But Auntie can't do it. Auntie can't do it.